gentlemen, I don't think she needs any introduction. Mikeala Shiffrin, her, boy, what is this, your fifth podium at Killington, I believe?
You would know better than I.
Yeah, fifth podium. She is the current overall World Cup leader. She is leading the giant slalom and slalom standings. And she had a smoking fast second run. How was it?
It was good. It was fun today. The hill was prepared really well, and I felt like I was pushing like a little too hard in the wrong way in the first run, and kind of grinding against the surface. And so second run I was trying to be like aggressive but smooth, and it worked better, you know. So I was really happy with that.
Federica was noting that because it was such a short run, that you really had to have a clean run, no mistakes. Did you notice a difference in the first run to the second run with it being more wide open, that you really just had to let it all out?
Yeah, you really had to let it go. And there's a lot of speed in this hill, and it's the trickiest thing for me about it in GS is that it's not really steep. So you have to push it, but there's a lot of speed that's like just innately in the hill. So then you start to have this balance of like, oh, I'm going really fast, but I have to go faster and I have to want to create the speed. But you know, also being smart about it, because if you go too hard, then you end up making mistakes. And like she said, when it's shortened like that, you have to be fast, clean, and no mistakes. So it's always like a little bit more challenging than you originally think. But that makes it fun.
I'm going to open it up to some questions. Fletch?
So Mikaela, second run, you did much looser course, speeds. How did that play into the factors there?
I think that, the biggest thing was like, the course was nice. It was definitely more like a little bit straighter than the first run. But I was my biggest goal for the second run was, like I said, to try to be a little bit smoother on the edges and not breaking through the surface, but still being aggressive and really letting everything go forward. And I did a better job of that, so I was psyched with that. But for sure, I was a little bit like, what could I do? You know, and obviously I'm going to watch the video and see all the things I could have done better. Apparently, my starts could be like a lot better, so we'll figure that out real quick.
Questions?
So Mikaela, you talked, I think last night you said you just wanted to have fun. So did you have fun both runs today here at Killington? Were you nervous at all?
I had fun both runs. There's always a little bit of like jitters, but I wasn't really nervous today. I enjoyed the day, I have to say. And I'm really looking forward to tomorrow as well. I feel like I just love racing in front of the crowd here, and everybody's so nice and so excited, and I don't know, it's a special atmosphere. So I definitely don't feel any extra pressure. Just like I wanted to do some of my best skiing today, and I feel like I was much closer in the second run, so I can be happy with that. But there's always something to learn and keep improving, you know.
Yes, you can.
So, I don't want to hog the microphone, but so you've got a few more teammates in the top 30 now, the 28th today. Can you talk about, did you watch her runs at all? I know it's not hard when she's going right ahead.
Yeah, I saw her first run, and I just feel like I love the way that she skis. I feel like she has such solid technique, and she has so much discipline, and it's like she's just building her speed, building. She has a really great foundation for that. So it's kind of like the sky is the limit there, and she can just keep improving. And as she continues to make it into the second runs and continues to get points, she builds confidence there, and she's like very well established in the points now. So as she builds confidence, it just keeps getting better. And I actually watched her second run on the chairlift, and I could hear everybody cheering for her, and it was like, gave me shivers. It was really cool.
And again, Lisa and once again, right? We saw a lot of Italian flags waving today. What would you do if you were in charge of US skiing to create more depth on the women's team?
mean, I think we are in the process of not necessarily making changes, but creating an environment that is gonna kind of promote the next generation coming up, continuing to come up and improve. And we have 6 starters today. I'm not sure exactly how many we're gonna have tomorrow, but like a bunch of starters tomorrow as well. 6 again tomorrow. So that's huge to even have that depth. And you know, we have 2 making it into the second round or 2 in the points today, but next year, you know, I'm sure that's going to be more. And I feel like this kind of next generation of girls coming up, they're strong, they're awesome people. They work hard, they have like the motivation and the mindset and the goals and everything, but they're also just like chill, awesome girls. Like I love having them as teammates. And I'm really, really looking forward to them, like, continue, like you saw Nina today, so she's establishing herself. And Paula, who, you know, took a little time away from the World Cup and then went to college and then came back even stronger. And like, some of these girls who are starting to consistently make it into the second rounds, make it into the points, that's huge. And it's really, really exciting for me because it has been a little while where I felt like, lonely, but not really lonely. That's not the right word. Just like, you know, sometimes the depth like ebbs and flows a little bit, and we're starting to get into like, you know, climbing up the mountain now. We're bringing up that depth, and it's a perfect timing. This year is a non-Olympic, non-World Championships year, so it's the perfect time for us to have these girls like developing, because it's like this part of the Olympic cycle where we can now continue to develop them and get the confidence level, continue to build that. And I have this dream that we're going to have a podium sweep in tech, and I feel like this next group of girls is the one to do it. Someday, we're going to do it.
Hey Mikaela, Adam White from Ski Vermont. You've had so much success at this event now over the years, and it's kind of this feeling sometimes of what you're going to do next to top what she's already done at this event on the ski tour in general. We watched you dancing on Jimmy Fallon, and your music videos have been so great. I just had this idea, maybe can we see you up on stage with Grace Potter next year?
Oh my God. I'm not going to say with absolute certainty, but I want to say no. But that is a nice thought. That's all I have to say about that.
Mikaela, I have at least 5 readers that want to know the first question, what did you do as a reindeer? And the second part of the question is, are we going to see you in speed events again this year?
Yes. My reindeer stay in Finland on the farm where they came from where they came. And yeah, I think it's better for them to stay in their natural habitat also, because if I brought them home, I don't know. They'd be like, what is this? But they're very cute, and they stay up at home, and I see them every year when we go back to Levy. And what was the second question?
Racing
Speed
speed.
events.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm heading to Lake Louise after the race tomorrow, so wait for the first few races of the season.
All right. One last question, because we want to let you go because we got to get some rest for tomorrow's race. This is year number 4 racing in Killington. The first year when you showed up here, there were some nerves, this, that, and the other. Now you seem like this is just, you're cool as a cucumber now. How have you learned to deal with the pressure racing at Killington and racing in front of, 15, 18, 20,000 people?
Yeah, I mean, the first year, it was pretty miserable. I did feel a lot of pressure, and I felt like, we brought the World Cup back to Killington, and like, I'm kind of, not from the East, but kind of from the East, and everybody wants to see that win here in home soil, and all of these things felt like it was just, there was a lot. And then one of the fans in the crowd, I think, sent me an Instagram message and said, like, after the GS race, or maybe after the slalom, said, we can see you have so much pressure, and I just want you to know that, like, we're just so happy to be here. And we're so happy to see the races and just to have this access to the World Cup, and it's a show, and we're really excited to see that. So you might feel this pressure, but like, no matter what, we're supporting you, and just, you know, take that load off your shoulders. And then I was kind of thinking about that. It was a really meaningful thing to hear or to read at that exact time. And then, you know, as the years, like the second year in Killington, I still felt nervous, but a little better. The third year, like by this time, I realized that, I mean, people want to see an American on top, right? But nobody really cares. I don't know how many people watch Schitt's Creek in this room, but there's an episode where one of the main characters is going to get his driver's license, and his sister's like, "Damn, nobody cares." And because he's really nervous to get his driver's license. That's how I feel like every single race. I'm like, no, the weight of the world is on my shoulders and I have to win, or everybody's going to be let down. And then, like, when I don't win, I'm like, wow, really, people moved on really quick from that, so maybe I should too, I don't know. And that mindset has definitely allowed me to enjoy this a little bit more. And, you know, after a day like today, I feel like, maybe I have more in the tank, and what could I have done that might have, you know, 2900ths, that's not a lot of time, and could have been me on the top step, but I'm super happy for Marta having her first win. I'm also really happy for Fede, even though she was just like slightly ahead of me. It's awesome to be back on the podium with her. And like, there's always work to be done no matter what, so it's like, all in all, it's still a really good day.
Indeed it is. Congratulations, Mikaela Shiffrin.